What's up, YouTube, and welcome to another daily vlog about the 90-day Twitch streamer challenge. We are now on day 4 of the challenge, and it's going pretty well so far. Yesterday, I streamed Splinter Cell Chaos Theory, which is part of the Splinter Cell marathon that I am doing, and I would have to say it has been the best stream that I've had so far during the challenge. There was a lot of people in the chat. There was a lot of people watching. The chat was constantly flowing. It felt really good, to actually see a bunch of people talking and interacting with the stream, because a lot of times when I stream, it'll be barren for a while. I'll get a couple spurts here and there with the chat, and I felt like with this stream, there's a lot more people tuning in and a lot more people talking. Like I said a second ago, it's spurts. It comes and it goes, and I try my best, to keep engaged with the chat, to try to keep it rolling as best as I can. It's a learning experience trying to interact with your chat and to try and keep it engaged. So when I'm talking, if there's any dead zones, like where there's no chat and people are just kind of like watching the gameplay, I switch over and I start talking about the game. I start talking about things I like about the game, differences between the three games, because there's a lot of differences, and people like to kind of hear that information when they're enjoying some gameplay. They're like, well, this is the third in the series that he's playing. I'm seeing him play it. I wonder what the other two are like. And so if I interject some like information that they might be interested in, then the chat might get going again. Like, you got to do anything possible to try and keep your chat interested, as well as trying to get them to talk as well. I mean, they don't have to talk. I mean, we're not trying to make them talk. We just want them to talk and try to engage the chat, because then when a viewer does come in, they're more likely to talk as well. So that's kind of how I've been dealing with the dead zones. I don't know if there's anything else that I should be doing or things that I could do better. I feel like yesterday that it worked really well. It worked, and there would be dead zones, but like I said, it wouldn't bother me. I'd try to keep the chat engaged as much as possible, give out information, and it was the best so far. Like chat wise, viewer wise, like my stats were up. I checked my insights, and it was going really well. So if I forgot to mention earlier in the video, yesterday would have been my day 4. This is basically a recap of day 4 and how things went. So as this video is getting uploaded, when I go stream today, it'll be day 5 of the challenge, which will be my 2-year Twitch anniversary. I'd have been streaming, as this video goes live today, I'd have been streaming on Twitch for 2 whole years. I haven't been streaming consistently for 2 years. It's been on and off, and then when I did start going like all the time streaming, it was, I would say, like 2 days a week. Yeah, about 2 days a week for like a year before I like took on this challenge. Sorry, I'm kind of like sick right now. I might sound kind of like nasally because my nose is all stuffed up, so trying to get over that. But it's been a quite an experience streaming for 2 years, and I really hope that today's stream, that there's going to be a lot of people that are showing up, supporting me, and saying, like how well I've been doing, and hopefully you guys come in and ask me about the challenge and some tips on streaming. And so I think today we'll be playing like games with the community. We'll be playing some like Jackbox Party, which is a great game to stream for like certain events, and it gets your viewers really engaged because they can play too without having to own the game. It's like a browser game, so they go on, you just give them a room code, they type in the room code and bam, they can play as well. So it's super engaging. It's a lot of fun. You can do a lot of crazy stuff. There's multiple games that you can play. And one of my viewers did tell me that there is a game called Cards Against Humanity, which I guess it's a browser game as well that you can play on the PC. But I always thought that Cards Against Humanity was like the card game. So I'm gonna have to try and figure out how to do that before the stream starts. Hopefully I do get it figured out, because I think it'd be really interesting to play with like the community. And I'm just trying to think of different ways I can, celebrate this occasion and have them come in more often. Because if you do these events, I feel like people are gonna keep wanting to come back, and they're gonna want to watch you like play games, but then they also want to stick around for like the little events that you do. And because you gotta, I feel like you have to like really engage with the community like off stream too. And Discord really helps me do that. And so far, like, the Discord's been popping too. Like, I've had a bunch of people consistently talk in the Discord, and there'd be times, where it'd be barren and people wouldn't talk. I'd try and say something in all the different channels that I have, and nobody would say anything, and I'd just be like, this kind of bums me out. But I I'm trying to overcome that too. Trying to talk more, trying to just engage with them more. So I think that's probably the thing that I really need to work on now is keeping engaged with the community that I'm building. That's probably like my main focus point at this point in the challenge, is to really engage with the community on stream and off stream. And then a lot of the people that watch me are streamers themselves, which is great. So I need to also pop into their streams and watch them and chat with them. And I have been doing that every night for the past 2 nights, for going in there and talking with them while they're streaming. Hopefully that shows, like, hey, you're supporting me, I'm going to support you, and we're going to help each other grow. So I think that's going to help too. I just, like I said, I need to focus on engaging with the community. I need to keep it engaged. I need to keep them like, um feeling good that I actually care. I'm not just like sitting here like, hey, watch me because I think I'm the best and the greatest. And I'm not. I'm totally not. I'm not the greatest fucking. I'm not the greatest streamer out there. I'm not. I'm not better than anybody else is streaming. Um, I I don't want to be that kind of person, because I'm not. I'm totally not. There are way better people at streaming than I am. So when I go into their stream, if they have any problems or like something's going on with it, I try and help them. I'm like, hey, this doesn't look right. Maybe you want to change that. But they have to like come to terms that it is a problem that they notice too. You can't just go in there and be like, hey, this is a problem with this stream, you need to fix this. And it's like, well, they need to realize that first. So when I go in there and I'm watching the stream and chatting with them, they'll say like, hey, I wonder why this is doing this. Then that's when you're like, hey, well, maybe it's this. I don't go in there and be like, hey, this is a problem, you need to change it. Like, now have them realize it first, because it may not be a problem with them. They might want to keep something that way. And so I don't want to be like that. So with all that being said, I think I'm gonna end the video here. Going on day 5, which as soon as this video goes live, it'll be day 5 for me. Always do a recap at the end of the stream, or like the beginning of the stream next day. So, but that's basically an end cap of day 4. It was so far the best, and I'm continuing to grow every single day, and it's great. Thank you guys so much for supporting me on this venture. This 90-day challenge is going to be rough, and I feel like as the days go on, it's going to get harder and harder. But before we end things, I want to say some of my Twitch stats real quick. What I'm looking at right now for Twitch stats is actually really nice. It's grown a lot since I started this challenge, but I have 592 followers, I have 8 subscribers, and I have a 7.45 average viewer rate as this video goes live. So I've gotten a lot of followers. I've gotten a couple subs too, and my viewership is starting to go up. Not very fast, but it's continuing to grow, and it's great to see that. It's every time I look and the bars are going up and the numbers are going up, it's making me feel a lot better about taking on this challenge, because it's going to be rough, and it's good. It's good. Really, thank you guys so much for coming in the streams, chatting with me, watching the YouTube videos, uh, liking the tweets on Twitter that I'm posting about the challenge. I'm just trying to get out there with this challenge and hope that more people want to try and take on this challenge if they're ready to. So thank you guys again for all your support. It really do means a lot. If you want to follow me on Twitter, I have tweets going out every day, on the progress. Also, if you would like and subscribe on this YouTube channel, that would really help me out as well to get my videos out there, get me more noticed. It really does help, and thank you again for the support. If you want to follow me on Twitch, I have a Twitch link down below to come in and chat if you would like to. But with that being said, thank you guys, and I will see you in the next video.